Welcome in stream. I am Gaz Not Vits. Welcome in stream. I am Gaz Not Vits. I am Gaz Not Gary, not Vits, and I am your host for this evening. I am taking over Vits' duties. I would like to first welcome in those that are in the stream. So welcome in Della Undercover. Welcome in. I know you're a regular to Vits' stream. Thank you. And I would also like to thank the Hopeless Nerd for 22 months worth in a row. I am good, thank you. I am very good. I know you're talking to Vits, but I am the host. I am taking charge of this. So we are here with the Calamity of Astralia, session 13, I believe. I'm looking for some. I do know that tonight we have. I do know tonight we have some sort of game as such. I think Vits has planned some sort of game for us. And as such, you will not just see through the eyes of Nessa Rose, you will see through the eyes of everybody, because as part of the stream, you will get a view of everybody. I am playing Nessa Rose, and to be fair, we'll just go straight to Vits and let Vits introduce, because after all, he is the one of the stream, so let's do that.
We've got so many pets.
Welcome, guys. I've done my intro. Vits, do you want to do your intro? Because I am sucky at intros. I'm out of practice.
Sure. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Vits Guga, and
I said
the
that
actual
already.
of the stream.
I said that as well.
I know. I listen.
Well, that's all right, then. I'm just making sure you know. I'm just making sure there's no repeating.
Yep. So yeah, here we are back again with some Calamity of Astralia.
I said that as well.
Good for you. And for those who don't know, I'm out on a hotel somewhere far, far away from home.
I didn't say that. That one's new.
Yeah. Yes,
I'll be quiet now.
Feels like it because I'm so getting tired of living at a hotel. You'd think it'd be nice living at a hotel, but when your internet sucks and you're cramped in a small place like this, eventually you start to break down mentally. So,
but it was a nice hotel room.
It was.
The beds were comfy when I tried them today.
Yep, it was pretty nice. He was over and visiting me, so that's nice. I could at least get some visits. So yeah, but hopefully when this internship is done in roughly 3 weeks, then I'll be either employed or still unemployed, but I'll be home or moving to a new place and still being home. So, woo, indeed.
That is a lot too many variables.
It is. But they are all working out, at least, because
that's good then.
Even if I don't get a job, I still have got another job offer, so things are looking good.
Things are looking up here in Dulap.
Yeah.
No, great. Thanks, but Gaz, song stuck in my head now.
You're welcome.
You love this. You love.
Yep. But as per usual, you can spend your channel points to affect the story and outcome. giving them nat 1s, nat 20s, advantage, disadvantage, healing potions, resurrect someone who died this session only, or even cause some wild magic search, if you will, on the next spell cast. And other things as well. You can check that down in the channel point section. But I think we shall just get into it. So, as per regular, one of the players get to do a recap of last session. And if they do it properly, they will get a point of inspiration that they can use to reroll any roll during the game. So, who wants to do the recap?
I want to first point out that I am now the host, so I am excluded from any recap because host privilege. And I would also say that I'm boo to you not taking the hero point route I'm doing. So, yeah.
Not this session. I'll consider it for next session.
Otherwise, we're screwed tonight, guys. I tried. But yeah, I'm playing host's rights here and not doing the recap.
Oh. Who wants to do it then? Any volunteers?
I gotta see if I have my notes in order. If I might be able to do it.
By the way, what is this notes? I've never heard this word before.
Notes? That's a thing?
Intrigue.
Is anyone keeping notes?
Well, I am session by session, but
Yes, not last session.
there wasn't much to write last session. We woke up and went to a place. Still get a point.
Great start.
Right. I would not say that is enough to get an inspiration. And just a reminder, if you don't do it properly, you won't get an inspiration, but I will.
Well, I could do it and bounce because I still have inspiration from some other source.
Go for it.
If you allow bouncing the inspiration. But
Yeah. Do it.
oh, there was some confusion at the start of the session as we had gone a long time between sessions and couldn't really remember where the hell we started. But eventually we managed to figure out that Leatherworker wants us to kill some mystical beast, perhaps, maybe, some creature thing that we haven't seen.
Bigfoot.
What?
Bigfoot. He wants us to kill Bigfoot.
Yeah, basically. Bigfoot. Sort of humanoid monkeys, kind of ape-looking feet, but big. We'll get paid a lot if we bring the head and pelt in, or scales, or whatever it wears. And we'll be paid a little bit more if we can bring it in alive and convince it to work for the Leatherworker.
Was it a werewolf?
Jimmy? We don't know. And meanwhile, back at the tavern, Nessa was showing everyone watching the stream what you're not supposed to do by falling asleep in a bath. Marlborough got exceptionally close to a honey badger, specifically, or especially with how volatile honey badgers can be, and Stoffel being hungover. No, wait, that was the next day.
Drunk,
yes. But Marlborough being Marlborough and his amazing, wonderful, and absolutely insane self decided to just poke the honey badger, because why not? Belagar, meanwhile, was busy not supervising the honey badger and checking out his new fancy crossbow, and managed to figure out that it was magical. Not a whole lot about more than that, though. Eventually, everyone managed to get back to the inn. Kind of confused the poor barmaid even more. Got up to our rooms. Some reason I didn't make notes in between there. Rickon woke Nessa up and gave her money. Luckily, she didn't drown. And oh yeah, everyone agreed that the large displacer beast should probably sleep with Cassie because that seems like a brilliant idea.
Oh, none of them wanted to sleep with it.
Yeah, it's like we have a giant cat-looking thing that believes that she is the queen of the world and is kind of hostile to anything but a pulse. Let's put her in with the person with the lowest hit points and the lowest AC.
Well, you're the one who wanted her to come along.
Yeah, you're the one who adopted it.
You're the master.
I wanted it to not eat Beligar. That was it. I wanted it to pin it down and make it not move.
Then I want to kill it.
And now we have extra help against a certain vampire lord.
Unless she joins them.
I mean, unless she joins them, then Beligar can probably get a new pelt.
Or become a new pelt.
Or become it'd be dealer's choice. The next
Who wants a dwarf pelt? Ugh.
I
don't
believe you.
ask. There are weird people out there.
I think it's mostly beard.
It's just no.
You forgot
Ever
about the
seen
drugging.
Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs?
Yes.
It's
Pacific
the stuffed
Street Lamps.
dwarf in the corner.
Next morning, we.
You forgot about the drugging and the fighting.
Oh yes, I did because it was in the wrong order. My bad.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
I put.
Malbar was drugged, yes.
Yes. Nolf somehow manages to drop Greenleaf into tea he gets for Marbor and gives it to Marbor. Marbor takes a deep sip, goes, interesting, and wanders off because apparently he's completely inoculated against it. Meanwhile, probably put anyone else completely knocked out for a week. Considering what happened in our poor carriage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cassie also paid some extra to the barmaid for, Ajira being inside. And, hostile to anything with a pulse. Yeah, and then the next morning we get up. Cassie wakes up with Ajira's head on his chest and sapphire across his face. Nothing really new there. Breathing problems is apparently something Cassie has to deal with now. Manages to convince Ajira to not poke around too much about certain things she probably shouldn't ask of, and join the rest of the party downstairs. I can't really remember which order people went downstairs in, so sorry about that.
I think Nessa was first.
Yeah, I believe so. Nessa, then Cassie, then
Delagar, I think.
yeah, Beligar, Rickon, and Null. And Mulbur in there. Oh yeah, I did forget something. Null nearly taking Marbur's head off.
Oh yeah, but shut the fuck up. That's the trend.
Because apparently we're now practicing sword fighting indoors.
In
We
bed.
are never going to be welcome back to this inn. Just gonna put that out there. Just no.
Maybe don't say that, but otherwise people are going to think Null and Marbob were doing something completely different.
I mean, they were sword fighting in bed.
Cross the streams.
Well,
Well, we
Let's say
want
that.
to raise engagement with the stream. So
engagement.
exactly. We had breakfast, relatively uneventful. Then the way too knowledgeable for her own good clothier shows up with Rickon's order. Then proceeds to creep everyone out by telling everyone about stuff that she has no business knowing about. Cassie pokes fun at Rickon for giving Nessa a nice kimono. Yeah, Nessa gets upset about something related to a gift. Rickon gets upset at Cassie for poking fun at him. And naturally, both of them walk out because, combination of being upset and breakfast having been finished. Then the lovely divination lady proceeds to creep everyone out some more. And before telling everyone that there's going to be a very special type of full moon, which sets Cassie into a bit of an oh shit moment, and wanders off to find Nessa and Rickon. Unfortunately, I didn't hear much of the conversation between those two because anxieties were triggered, but
Backstory was discussed.
yes, backstory was discussed. Yes, I have a thing where I don't.
Basically, Nessa's Batman. Yes, basically Nessa's Batman.
Hmm.
Her and her parents went to the theatre, and then her parents died.
Yeah.
Batman.
Mine was
Just
kidding.
without the gruff voice.
Get a helmet and be like, oh.
And after that, I heard some of it. It was really nice, and if I'd heard more of it, it would have been my favorite moment of the whole session. But I didn't.
Yes, we can discuss his backstory too.
Yes.
A bit more.
There was a touching moment.
It really was. It really was. And normally I would have been fine with it, but I wasn't that time. And whatever.
Move on.
Not whatever.
Move on.
Yes.
Move on.
Moving on.
Move along.
Everyone.
Move along.
Everyone.
Founders.
Yes. Cassie asked Ajira to find Rickon and Nessa. Ajira found Rickon and Nessa. And everyone met up and decided to go into the creepy, probably causing our death forest after leaving the horses and the carriage behind, because apparently the roads are just being a little bit of a bastard right now.
I don't think it's the roads. I think it's the DM.
I mean,
Yeah, probably. Which Cassie is all like, wait, we are invited and expected. Why are the roads fucky?
Right.
And yes, we decided to set off into the creepy forest.
Yes.
I do believe that's where the session ended.
yes. So with that, you can willfully bounce your inspiration to someone else.
Nice. Who does not have it?
Everybody but you. I think.
Because I haven't
Yeah, I
had a
think so.
reason to use mine. Let's see.
I just carried a drunk or intoxicated dragonborn.
Stop sucking up to the person that's got inspiration that can give it out.
One,
There's always
two,
one in the
three,
one kiss
4,
ass.
5.
I don't generally.
I mean, you can always roll a d5.
Marba doesn't need inspiration. Marba is the inspiration.
True.
Two.
Okay.
Well, then I'll keep my dragonborn mouth shut.
Do it.
So a 5, which is Rickon.
Favoritism.
I helped
Well-
with the recap. What do you want about?
I mean, apparently the dice like Rickon. So
Yeah. That's what happens when you leave it to dice. With that, we shall continue Calamity of Astralia. So, at the end of last session, you were basically at the edge of the dark forest. And you saw very thick fog / mist building up into this uninviting dark place. And you started moving inside. And are you doing anything before you walk in, or any conversations? Or
mage armor.
wise choice? Choice.
On Cassie and Ajira.
Wise choice, indeed. But you can, you can do both, I guess.
Yeah, it's not concentration, it's just it happens.
So now you have used some spell slots.
Yep. So
Two
I'm
spell
going
slots.
Yes.
to put 2 left there.
So you guys are entering the woods. There's a small dirt path that leads into the forest. It's roughly 3 meters wide, and the trees are very thick. It's hard to see around them. And wherever you're looking, you see thick vegetation and mist covering or disturbing your view. And the moment you get just a few meters in, the mist starts to engulf from behind as well. So you can almost not see the town behind you. Except the occasional tower from the church. But you're walking for a couple of hours. Where you hear nothing but the sounds of birds and occasional running water in the distance somewhere. Occasionally you hear an owl cooing.
Baba Who.
Yeah, Boba Who. Wrong movie. and you can hear ravens as well, flying above or sitting in the trees. But other than that, it's relatively peaceful, although eerily peaceful. And after been walking for roughly 2 hours, you start to feel almost like you're followed. Or at least like you're being watched. It's hard to tell from where or by what. But you're definitely feeling observed.
Well, I'm going to try anyway.
You gonna try what?
I'm going to try to find out where it's coming from anyway.
Yeah, you can roll a perception.
I
So
will
one,
use
inspiration.
hearing and smell for it, so do it with advantage. Perception.
All right. So you look around and also using your hearing and smelling. Can't really see anything. The fog and mist is too thick. Although you do occasionally think you glimpse like a shadow moving, or the mist moving really fast as if something was there just a few seconds ago. But you never really get any eyes on whatever it might have been. You occasionally hear twigs breaking or leaves rustling. But it's hard to tell from where as well. Okay, one time it's just beside you, just out of sight. But then suddenly it's on the other side, but on the a bit farther away. One thing you do smell, however, is this moldy, musty scent mixed with a hint of blood, and occasionally catch the whiff of wet fur.
Cassie, this fog isn't magical, is it? It's not designed to mess with people.
Normally, I'd say, well, I don't like this. We are invited to the academy. We are welcome there. This should not be happening.
There's something moving about out there.
Give me a moment.
Fair.
If this works. And Cassie's gonna pick up a copper piece out of his money pouch and just flick it a few times. And you can hear it start ringing out. Except like unnaturally loud for just flinging a coin. And then his eyes is gonna turn blue as Cassie casts Detect Thoughts to see like if he can ping off any thoughts or how many creatures are around us.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oi, joy.
That's not what you want to hear.
No. Oh, joy. I'm gonna burn my inspiration on that one.
All right.
So I'm gonna remove that, and I'm gonna do that again.
Yeah.
Remember to tell the audience they can't see the chat or the rolls.
11, 2 11.
Yeah, I rolled 11 twice.
Yeah, just for the audience. Cassie rolled 11, used inspiration, and then rolled 11.
Yeah.
Can I just say that when I rolled with advantage, I rolled 2 19s.
Yeah.
This is very unlikely. It's highly
Yes.
unlikely.
Yes. Just roll me like let's say a perception check with advantage, just for the heck of it.
Nat 20, nat 20?
Eh. Well, a 19 and a 17 from Null.
Are we all doing it? Sorry.
Well, he rolled a katana thing, so.
Also, nulls are not.
Also, Null, you did a GM roll again.
No,
That's
I
a-
just wanted to see that the rolls wasn't the same. So that's. That
Well, they
wasn't
don't seem to be the same. It was just that moment, I guess. You were just really unlucky.
Mab is
So-
persuading
Yep.
the fog.
Piss off.
Just go away.
Go away, be gone.
So, the moment you open up your mind to gather thoughts from the surroundings, you hear a shit ton of voices of different minds whispering. Where am I? I think we're lost. What's that? Something's there. I'm watching you. Smells like blood. Tasty. Newcomers. Oh. What do they want?
Don't listen to the voices. Follow your nose.
You can't hear
Well,
him.
he doesn't hear them. It's just Cassie hearing them.
Who
Cassie's
else?
just-
Who else thinks that if we would have left Fitz to go, he would have probably gone for the entire session just doing that?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
3 hours later.
He was having too much fun with that one.
So you hear a lot of voices, whispers from different people, victims, hunting creatures or beings, monsters or whatever. The amount of numbers of minds you get is beyond counting. And you gather that you're probably not only getting creatures, but probably spirits or ghosts or other beings. But you do feel the presence of 3 particular entities. There seems to be sort of present, at least. Like you can feel that they are there. And the thoughts you are getting are basically just a sense of curiosity. Where will they go? What do they want? Where are they going? Who are they?
Cassie,
How long is the reach, by the way? Like, what's the
30
range?
feet.
Yeah.
So it is. Let's see. You can also use a spell detect. You can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing that is a 30 feet radius.
Yeah.
So you first Cassie's eyes turn blue, and then you can just see him cover his ears and just almost bowl over for a moment before full body shake. And when he looks up again, his eyes are back to brown and just bad idea. Okay.
Also, you take 2 points of psychic damage.
She's a wizard. That's like half her health.
So many things, so many voice thoughts. That was a really bad idea. Not doing that again. 3. I could pick out 3. Be creatures with thinking that are curious about us. Okay.
Curious kill, curious study, or curious watch?
I didn't get any hostilities from them. Those 3. There are hostile things nearby. The reach isn't that far, so there are hostile things nearby. These 3 were not. They were curious. They want who we are, where we're going, why we're here, things like that. Okay, that's gonna leave me with a headache.
Is this normal for this forest?
You can make a history, arcana, or nature check. Cassie.
And Arcana are the same, so let's go with Arcana. What is with these shitty rolls?
I mean, 13 is not too bad.
I have a +6. It's bad.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
True.
So the things you know about the forest is kind of limited due to the fact that traveling through the forest is generally forbidden unless you are basically tasked to go into the forest, which is very rarely happening, only to the top class students or usually teachers or watchmen of the academy. Occasionally, some people have been wanting to join, but hasn't nothing to prove for themselves when it comes to like capabilities or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, they are forced to walk through the forest to see if they can manage to get through unscathed, or at least alive. You've probably seen maybe 2 people actually coming through the woods during your time in the academy. And one of them was completely insane afterwards. The other one had so much trauma, they had to get counseling for the entire school time.
Yeah.
As long as you were there, at least.
But as far as Cassie knows, if you're welcomed, it should be easy. Well, easy.
How does Cassie? How did Cassie leave?
It's never easy.
And alive.
Yeah. So basically, normally when people apply to the school or are taken into the school, wizards of different schools occasionally go out to travel and find new students, and they will bring them to the school, either through teleportation or through airship or other magical means. So they are never really going through the forest unless there's no other way.
So yeah, how did Cassie leave? Because I know that he came by carriage from Arkenhold.
Yeah.
But
So basically, when you were examinated, or well, when you were done, you were basically teleported to Arcane Hold.
Okay.
By the Grandmaster. And were given basically everything you have in form of equipment and such. They were given to you there and then. And now that you think about it, you realize that if you had a way to contact the Grandmaster, or at least a higher teacher, they might have been able to actually teleport you to the school.
I was gonna steer daggers at Cassie.
technically don't have that. Technically. Because I don't have sending or message or anything like that. Yeah, no, Cass is not the kind of person who's gonna go, "Hi, can you go through the Death Forest and please deliver this letter?"
And no, but a town could have done it. Not even your old friend.
You know?
I mean, technically she was expelled, so...
Yes. Oh, yeah, Cassie's basically gonna relay all this message. Just... I have never actually traveled through the forest myself. There was...
Now you tell us?
Well, I've met 2 people who made it through the forest. Granted, was at the academy for a very long time, and 2 made it through the forest. One was absolutely insane, and the other one needed counseling for a while.
Great, we're all going to end up buying Marba.
And there might also have been a way for us to be teleported directly to the school.
I'm gonna put my hand on my sword and just pull it out a few centimeters with my thumb, and just let it sit there. I'm staring daggers at Cassie.
Cassie's gonna look at Noel and just, would you ask a courier to bring a letter through this?
No, I would have sent a dove or a pigeon.
How do you know the school has those?
I don't know.
I
Like
have
how
been
much?
sending paper birds to my parents from the school. But I don't know if I don't remember if they've actual birds.
One thing you do know is that flying over the woods is also not recommended very highly due to the many different kinds of creatures living in the mountains and in the woods are either flying or capable of taking down anything flying.
And I'm not really sure a dove or a pigeon would survive trip, to be honest.
I don't think we're going to survive the trip.
I give us a better chance than a mailman.
And let me guess,
We'll see.
if we're gonna turn around, we're not getting out of the forest, right?
Martha in all of this is taking notes, and he's like, fascinating. Please tell me more.
Well, like I said, I've never actually walked through the forest myself. I was taken there by a member of the staff when I was accepted to the school.
Maybe we should have checked with the village first to see if any members of staff are gonna come there for a drink at night or something at the local pub.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Cheating.
At least it's not gonna
Cheating.
be pitch black.
Teleporting is cheating. You hear voices in the. Those here, everyone hears these.
You gotta be kidding
May I
me.
suggest that we move along? Just
They are cheaters. Cheaters.
Are these spirits angry because of your academy? Don't want to walk through the forest?
Then I'm just going to look down at Stoppel and then look at the group and say, well, if we cannot go above ground, maybe we could dig a tunnel.
I'm not crawling behind a badger for a few miles. My knees. No, I'm not doing that.
How long would that even take?
I don't think the Splicer Beast can fit in a tunnel even made by Stoffel.
That's just a good
No.
thing.
Yeah, it says, do you even know where you'll get if you're digging?
No,
I mean, you won't see the school.
no, but
You'll
Stoppel can dig straight forward.
Oh yeah, what? Okay then. Here's a suggestion that you might want to consider. Let's say you're digging straight towards the school, and suddenly you dig out just by a cliff, and you fall down to your death. Or, even better, maybe you dig into the lair or nest of some maleficent creature. Like myself, but worse.
So you live in this woods.
I don't, because it's too dangerous.
Splicer Beast doesn't want to live here. That's a bad sign.
So you're just a little pussycat.
I would kill you for that insult. However, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to watch you die anyway, so I'll just wait so I can enjoy that myself.
As much as I am very sorry for not thinking about, contacting the school while we were in Arkenhold, I think it's more dangerous for us to try to turn back instead of moving forward.
We need to find the school by tonight, Cassie.
I know.
It's no problem. When the full moon comes out, it's gonna be light. We can see it. See, as good as day almost.
And what are the woods full of, Null?
There are werewolves in these woods, Noel.
Yeah, and we will take them out.
I
Right,
know we
okay.
have silver weapons now, but they're not as easy to take out as you think. Take it from somebody who has knowledge on this.
Cass is just gonna point to Brecken. His job is to kill werewolves. Well, feral ones at least.
Fine.
Are there any other kind?
Yeah.
Some of them live in Arkenhold and are perfectly adjusted members of society.
Well, either way, I think we should just press on. Because if I press on, I die.
Press on.
Also-
You must press on. Walk through the forest.
This will start walking.
Forest.
Yeah, we could just start off. Okay.
At least moving gives us a non-zero chance of survival.
Hey, let's keep walking.
All right.
Gonna continue
So
walking,
you-
but with my hand on the sword, ready to draw it.
And
All right.
Belagor is going to try to see if he can find, like, if there's no way to see the path ahead, sort of see if they're walking in the right direction.
Well,
While all this is going on, Marva's still taking notes of everything around him, not watching where he's going.
all right. So, make a survival check, and Marva, you can make a
Noise. 20. 30, 20.
perception check with disadvantage, I guess.
Who's making survival? What?
Belligar is making survival.
okay.
Cool.
Too busy writing.
Belligar, you don't really see the castle anymore. The fog is getting thicker. And you're kind of getting deeper in the woods. And you do, however, see the dirt path. Looking at the ground, and you can just barely see it moving forward. And at the moment, there's only like one way. It's either forwards or backwards, and you are fairly sure forward is the correct way at the moment. You can also see like this fairly large rotten stump of a tree that is roughly 15 foot wide.
That's a bigger stump.
Yep. So you have some sort of landmark.
Belagor's going to remember that rotten stump and keep walking forward.
Yep. And who has the highest passive perception?
I've got a 12.
Not it.
I have 15.
14.
And Rickon?
It's probably 12 as well, I think. 13.
All right. So none of you guys notice that Marbury is almost about to go into the woods on his own, off road. However, Belligar, you manage to realize that he is very focused on his fighting and suddenly is walking almost into the woods, straight beeline to the left.
Mamba, watch where you're going. Stoffel, don't get him back. Kindly.
So Marble, you can hear Bellegarde shouting to you, and you can see Stoffel running at you.
At which I'm now going to panic because I think it's now coming to attack me from the day before it's suddenly woken up and realised what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn around and start running towards the back of the group.
Yep, you start running towards the back of the group, but at least you're finding your way back to the group. And the Stoffel kind of just stops there and slowly turns around to Bellegarde again.
We have a sheep badger to just nudge Mabo in the right direction.
Don't worry, Stoffel. Make sure it keeps there. Make sure it doesn't go away. I'll lead ahead.
Barbara at this point is still taking notes, but muttering under his breath, "Blasted animal, trying to attack me after yesterday. He doesn't either. It's a brand new day. How dare he?"
Yeah, Cassie's stopping for a moment just to take in this whole scene of the Dragonborn being chased back by the badger. And I'm just gonna walk over to Marbor and say, You wanted me to teach you that language me and Sapphire speak, right?
Yes.
So how about we make a deal? I teach you Sylvan, you teach me Draconic.
That's a very my native tongue is a bit brash. It's a bit in the throat. It's right down there. It's almost guttural. It's a roaring censure, like a. Do you think you could handle them sorts of notes in your like your vocal? Do you know?
I shall do my best.
And that dragon attacks the group.
Don't worry, we've got somebody that can speak to it and somebody that might be able to speak to it later on.
And yeah, Cassie's just gonna start on his palm, make tiny like images with minor illusion, and just give words. I haven't prepared these, so basically just gonna flip between pointing out what we see as we walk to like for a moment like a chair and things like that on the in the palm of his hand, and just give the words for him. Oh, this is gonna be a lot easier because we share a language, Mobber. Me and Sapphire did not when she taught me.
So, as he's shown me the words, and I'm learning that side of it, I'll be pronouncing them in Draconic back, so we can sort of do a word at a time.
Nice.
Noel is gonna listen in to you a little bit, what you're doing. See what words you're teaching her. Him.
Right, so Cassie, make an intelligence check. Same with you, Marber, and you can do it as well, Noel. But I'll say with disadvantage.
Okay.
Sorry, what check? Sorry?
Just a straight intelligence.
Ha! There it is.
How the hell do you do it?
Seriously?
How the hell do I do this? I can.
You click on intelligence.
What is with these rolls today?
Yeah.
Okay, so
None of us are learning languages tonight.
you're currently trying to learn a language, or you think you're trying to learn a language, in the middle of a dark wood filled with mist and monsters. It's not going well because you're either stumbling on roots, or rocks, or sticks, or you're hearing sticks breaking, or weird sounds in the forest. You can hear giggling, you can hear lots of stuff. So most of the things you're saying or doing gets slightly muffled by the fact that you are terrified for
Yeah.
something just jumping through the mist at you.
Cassie's real idea was just to distract Barber from taking notes and wandering off. But also he really wants to learn Draconic.
Well,
But yeah, it checks out.
I guess you failed successfully, or successfully failed.
Yeah.
Nessa at this point will just roll her eyes and basically say Ensal Ood. Hold on 1 second. Ensal Ood Idmel everything. Which is Elvish for I
And
thought
that
I'd seen.
means
Which is Elvish for I thought I'd seen everything.
Impressive.
I actually know a bit of Elvish.
I haven't looked it up, but Cassie is gonna do something similar, but look at Nessa and say, reply with, and today you learned something new in Elvish. He speaks Elvish, Sylvan, Goblin, and Common.
So I'll say, since Beligor, you're leading the party, roll me a D100 and then another survival check.
95.
Right?
That's
Oh,
Nice!
Oh, damn.
luck today.
Right.
We instantly make out of the forest. Well done.
Sadly not. However, you definitely feel like you're getting far ahead. Like you're definitely making headway towards your destination. You're currently not getting lost. You're not walking in circles or anything like that. You can see like the trees here are a bit thinner than the others. You have to walk over a log that has fallen over the road. But you keep moving forward. And yeah, things are looking good. Make me another D100 and a survival check.
No, that's the bad luck. Yep.
You know you're going to keep doing this until you fail.
Dirty
Ooh,
24.
24.
You can't win.
All right.
you
So,
You can't.
you've been walking through the forest now for roughly 1.5, borderline 2 hours more. Still not getting to the castle anytime soon, but you're feeling like you're getting forward until you suddenly realize that there's a big fallen log over the road. That looks very similar to the one you walked past a couple of hours ago. Or at least 1 hour ago.
Belladon is going to stop at the log and just stare at it. While shouting, "What the bloody hell is going on? Do you see
Well,
this?
We're
It's a
following
lot of-"
you.
I think
You
so.
not know where you're going?
Of course I know where I'm going. Problem is there's a magic chicanery at work here.
Rickon, your dog has got the trace of its own ass. And why the hell did I say that? Does your dog
what
have
the
its?
fuck are you on about?
Does your dog know it's following its own trail?
I don't know. Let me just ask it. Oh, yeah. Do you know you're following your own trail?
Well,
It just flips its head, kind of like.
well, that's how it's going to.
I thought you had trained that
Apparently
beast.
fucking not.
It sits down.
Yes, in the
Well,
2 days I've had it, I've trained it. As you can see, it's sat down.
well,
Yeah, that's probably what you asked of it.
Belliger is going to call up Stoppel and ask him with speak with animals magic skill.
Alright.
So just gonna, yes, this skill. He's gonna look at Stoppel and say, and use the magic skill. Sort of wave his hand slightly in front of Stoppel and say, "I'd like to have a word with you."
What do you want?
Can you smell
My
it?
brain is hurting.
Yeah, that's your own fault. You shouldn't drink so much. Anyway, can you smell it? We've been here before.
I don't know, man.
Oh my god,
Kinda.
he smells than the mabber.
I was about to say, is the dog smoking the same green leaf that I am?
Well, he has
This
been
is
high
awful.
and drunk. He has been both high and drunk several times, so yeah.
I mean, that log looked pretty similar.
Right.
Or it could just be me seeing double. I can see his bloodshot red eyes.
Hey, but you need to sniff, not look.
Oh, is
Use
that
your
what I
nose.
was doing?
Hey,
1 second. I'm hungry.
first sniffing, then food.
But I don't sniff any food.
So Belga's going to take a ration and give to Stoppel. What about now?
Now I smell food.
Go sniff the log, you furry bugger.
Alright. Yep, definitely smells like us
Alright,
and something else.
What? What's the other smell?
Dog piss. Oscar peed on it earlier.
No, I smell blood. wet fur.
On the log or in general?
It's on the log.
Can you smell where it's going?
The same direction we are. I think.
All right. So Caligar's going to.
That's why I'm smelling double.
Caligar's going to turn around to the group, and no one has understood anything. Just him talking to the catcher like a crazy person.
Don't worry, we're used to it with Maba.
So Berger's just gonna say, all right. So Stoffel says we've been here before, and it smells blood and wet fur. Does it sound familiar to any of you?
I can also smell something.
Is that Oscar?
It smells like. It smells like us. And wet fur and blood.
Well, Oscar, anyone?
Yes, I smell blood. There's blood. I smell blood and fur, wet fur, and blood, and food. You give me food?
No, you're not faster. You're getting me food.
But I'm not fat. I need food.
You will be.
Otherwise, I won't get fat.
Sure. Careful.
You can't tell me to shush.
Do
you have
No, never mind.
food?
Anyway, so Kathy, can you sense any magic chicanery around?
What is that? Is that the food?
Richard, quiet your dog, please.
Is what? What the fuck? What?
I can hear it gabbing off.
I hear him grumble.
Talking like a senile old fool. Almost like Marvel, but not quite.
Belagar, did
Did
you just ask me if I could smell magic?
Well, smell, hear, see, or feel with your fingertips, whatever.
Right. I'll make an attempt.
And you said we was all going to go crazy in this forest.
Perhaps you can taste it too.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you sense any magic.
Please roll above a 15.
No. Denied.
So it's not too bad, but so what you do sense is you can definitely sense magic in the air. Like this whole forest is brimming with magic. You're not sure in what way though, and if it's connected to this path or anything like that, but you can definitely sense magic. Be it those spirits that are around, or if it's magical creatures, or magical beings, magical trees, magical mist, fog. It's hard to tell.
Belagar, there's just too much. Too many things. Too much magic to pick out one.
Right. I have a rather bad idea. Stoffel, you get to lead the way. Use your nose.
I want to catch.
Why do I have to lead the way? I'm too tired for this shit, man. I'm too tired for this shit, man.
All
I
right.
need a drink.
No, you don't. You had one too many.
But I want one. Okay, I'll lead the way then.
Is the badger sniffling?
Yeah, you can kind of hear it sniffling. But it moves up and starts moving forward. Hey, Neko! Thanks for the raid. Welcome, Neko, and the 6 people. Thank you. Welcome.
Now we have 6 people watching the
Raiders
stream.
doing the jig, do the jig. Do a jig. We don't have alerts because I don't have them on the stream.
Yeah, let's go. Red alert. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome.
You're in danger.
Raiders of the Lost Group.
Yeah. Well, we could definitely need some raiding armies over here in this forest because these people are lost as fuck.
Whoops.
But thank you, Neko. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. I'm Vitskuga, and I'm currently indirectly streaming as Gas is the one streaming for me. While I'm at a hotel for 4 to 5 days with shitty internet. So here we are, and still doing D&D. We're trying at least.
Yes. Shout out.
Shout out to Neko, definitely.
So,
Definitely a shout out.
Pete, when you're so this, it looks like it's your stream, but it's really Gas.
Or it's Gas stream, but it's really mine. Or both.
So you're gaslighting them.
Get out.
Yes.
In stream now.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, I am gaslighting the stream. Oh, chat. Yes, that's what we're doing. So you can have a point of inspiration for that comment.
We will need it.
Yeah, you will need it, but yeah.
It's pretty sort of.
But I want to
Um,
cast friends.
On who and what?
I want to cast friends. Nobody at the group, and just if there is anybody out there, come out.
Um, you hear a voice call out back and say, I don't wanna. I wanna watch you. Where you're going. How long until you get eaten by the forest? Or will you make it through? I don't know.
Do you know where it's coming from?
What is what coming from?
The voice.
Oh, you're asking me.
That's you.
That's me. It's coming from over here. It's hard to tell. Like it's almost like it's omnipresent. Everyone is hearing this, by the way. So you can like hear the voice calling out. But it's definitely not far. It's like in the
Okay.
mist somewhere.
I'm going to turn around and go, well, guess that person's a coward and wouldn't want to step out into this, and I'm going to cast Compel Duel.
Can you see the creature?
I don't need to.
Yes, it says what creature you
Just,
can see with the
I've
range.
just done it. I read the wrong one. Yeah, okay. I'll go away. I'll go back into my car.
I have the same problem.
I was like,
Can we not indulge the creepy fog, please, and just carry on moving?
I've been trying to do that for God knows how long. But everybody
Right,
seems to be
let's-
doing everything. Right, before we leave, however, Nessa is going to slam her sword into the tree to make a divot. A recognizable divot.
Alright.
So if we get back to the same tree and that divot's there, then we know.
Oh, poor tree. Now he's gonna cry.
I'm
Cry.
gonna
Oh,
put a bear
cry me a
trap
river.
next to the tree.
Cry me a river, please do.
There is already a river. We don't want to cry more.
Yeah,
Okay,
well.
there's nothing to cry about if you don't stop this nonsense.
I'm not
Wait.
doing anything. We're just here watching,
Oh,
lurking.
I have an idea. Ghostly disembodied voice. Where is this river?
That's funny. The river is somewhere in the forest.
Could you be a little bit more specific?
It's somewhere in the dark woods.
If Friends is still active on it, I want to ask it also. Which direction? Forward?
Probably in the direction you want to go.
Did I cast Divine Sense?
Sure.
I cast Divine Sense. So 60 feet within me.
Is it Fiend, Fey, Undead, or
Anything evil?
anything evil? All right, 60 feet.
Any celestial fiend or undead? Sorry, celestial fiend or undead.
Okay. Undead, you feel a lot. Like there's a lot of undead sense. Mostly probably spirits, or ghosts, or specters, maybe, or other beings. You can sense 3 somewhat physical beings as well that are also giving off undead. But they seem to be slightly upwards, like up in the air. Very, very, very tiny. Like it's oddly tiny.
Divine Sense gives me an exact location.
Yep. So one is roughly 10 foot out in the mist to the right, but slightly upwards. One is straight above you, just maybe 5 feet forward, but about 15 feet up. And one is to the left, but about 20 foot forward. Still also maybe 10 feet up.
So there's a lot of dead around, and there's something up there, and I'll kind of point to the left, to the straight in front of us, and to the right. The flying
You
things.
found us. You found us. Good.
Stop playing games and get out here and show us yourself.
Oh, but we can't. Not yet. You haven't reached the meeting spot. You need to find the meeting spot. The meeting spot. If you find the meeting spot, you can meet us at the meeting spot. And if you find us at the meeting spot, you'll find the game at the meeting spot.
Where is the meeting spot?
Meeting spot is forward, somewhere. You need to find it and not walk in circles. Circles. You're walking in circles.
With Cassie's background and intelligence, can he figure out what these things are?
Yeah, they wisps.
Make an Arcana or nature check.
Yeah.
Rickon thinks they're wisps. Can he make a check because he has advantage on undead and stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Finally, a good roll.
I think he has. He does have advantage on undead, doesn't he?
Yep.
Anything regarding undead, or something else? I don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, but this freaking thing sounds like the cat at home.
Oh, you fucking bitch!
My
the
luck
hell
is
is-
contagious.
I
So-
believe Oscar is male, not a bitch.
It's just a bitch.
So, Rickon, you have the thought of wisps, but seeing as the mist is very thick, it could just equally be like an undead spirit trying to lure you into the woods. You're not sure. You would need to get some sort of visual on it to actually deduce this, since you're currently only hearing a voice. But as far as you know, they are at least either able to fly or they are climbing the trees.
But earlier that they said you can only get where you want to go, right? When we talked about the river, it said you can only get there if you want to go there.
No, they said it's probably where you want to go.
Okay.
Cassie, however, you being close with magic for a long time, and hearing the slightly squeaky voices and the fact that they are seemingly flying slightly, and they seem to be very playful, yet not, at the moment at least, hostile. These seem to possibly be wisps. Most likely.
I just gotta pause, look around. Still, like, not it. Anyone in party can see he's very uncomfortable with this whole situation, and gonna turn and look up. Can't see the thing, but if I play you a tune, will you show us where this playground is?
Ooh, a tune. Oh,
Yes.
that's a hard one. It depends. If you play it really well, we might give you a clue. A clue. A hint. A suggestion.
Well, it's been a while, but I shall do my best.
Do your best. Do your best.
From his pack, Cassie's gonna bring out what looks like a split pipe, split flute, and slowly start play on it. It kind of sounds like someone blowing through a reed pipe.
Okay.
Do you want me
Roll.
to?
Roll me a performance check.
Please be good. Decent.
That's pretty good. Should we tell them a tip? Should we? Should we? But we shouldn't. But we promised. Did we? Maybe.
Hold on.
We will give you one tip. Move forward 60 feet and take one step to the left. And then take 60 steps forward. And then one step to the left. And then repeat. Repeat.
Would that not make us walk in a circle?
Maybe. If you walk for too long.
Right.
But you're currently walking in circles. Because you're following the path to the wrong side. The wrong side.
Right. Well, thank you kindly. And Cassie's gonna put the pipes away. I hope we can play again soon.
We will. We will. Maybe.
And yeah, Cassie's going to slowly measure out 60 feet and then turn left and look at the others like, are we doing this?
Take a step to the left of it.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then is it a jump to the
Turn
right?
left.
Okay.
Never said
Oh, yeah.
turn left. Take a step to the left.
Yeah, he's gonna take a step to the left and then look to the others. Just, are we?
I'm following.
Go on.
All right.
I don't like this idea. Wisps are tricksters.
Cassie, roll me a D100. And roll me an survival check.
100. Blech, all that checks out. And survival. Yeah, no. That checks out.
Something around.
Yep.
So basically, you're trying to measure out the 60-foot. But you keep every time you reach a certain point, and then suddenly you're like, "Wait, was I on 45 or was I on 46? Or was I on 36? What was I on?" You keep it keeps happening over and over for like an hour, and then you just like stop and start to think. And at that point, I want everyone to make a perception check.
Three.
20.
Not one.
11.
9.
Who didn't read? No. Right, so as you stop and start to think, everyone else is. I assume others are also stopping because you're following.
Yeah, we're following.
So at that point, when she stops and starts to talk to herself, like himself, slightly.
Himself.
Yep. You suddenly hear very heavy footsteps, really close, still out in the mist, but you can almost see a large shadow. Then you see another one. And then you see another one, but it's slightly smaller. And another one the same size.
Nessa will grab her, tighten the strap on her shield and kind of start moving her hand slowly towards the hilt of her sword.
And Belga would prepare to, essentially wield his shield and draw his axe.
I'm trying to be quiet as possible.
Alright, so are you trying to hide or stay hidden. Or is
Just
trying
staying still
to...
and not making a
at-
sound.
At this point, yeah, Nessa's not making a sound, but she kind of feels that hiding is probably not going to work anywhere because of all the spirits around her and everything that's going on. Hiding is probably the last thing that'll work.
Mother wants to touch it.
Alright, so anyone who's trying to stay still and silent, roll me a stealth check.
Ooh, I have stealth, but it's -2 because of my armor. So 22 -2. So 20.
I think you have disadvantages as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a disadvantage as well, so I will roll again.
Yeah. But I've got splint armor, not chainmail. Apparently that is. Oh, yeah, I thought splint armor
Oh, no,
just.
right. Wait.
It's rolling disadvantage because of my stealth armor, splint armor. But you said it was only a -2 to my stealth.
Yeah. Because
So
it's amateurs and make.
Yeah. So in essence, it's just 20 because I got a natural 20.
Yep. Right.
I've mastered the
Can I
stealth.
say you're not trying to stay silent?
Well, considering that 9, I think he's a little bit too annoyed with himself at this point. But if he sees the others just getting ready, he's going to take a step over to Ajira, put a hand on her shoulder, and then stay still.
Right.
So, could roll still. I'm not great at it. Apparently, I'm great at it.
Okay. So you watch as these shadows slowly move past. One of them seems to stop and kind of look in your direction. And you can hear these very odd guttural sounds. Bellegar, you could make a nature check on that sound.
15.
All right, so the sound they're making sounds very similar to owl bears.
So Belligar is going essentially to talk, or not quite whisper, but sort of talk very quietly. That sounds like an owl bear.
I turn around and look to see what the fuck the Dragonborn is doing.
We're kind of fucked.
Everyone's like, is he going?
Mother. He's taking a step forward.
Okay, with that 20 stealth, I will step in front of Marbor quietly and be like,
Gonna cast
Yeah.
friends on Marber. Then use stealth, chromatic, and material. So no voice. So I'm gonna whisper, hide.
So friends is
Advantage on charisma checks. So
yeah, but there's a save, right?
no, not the save. He's just gonna know it and might be angry.
Huh.
So advantage on persuasion.
Okay, so roll me a persuasion check, and I guess
Is it a wisdom save from Marbor?
I guess, yeah, a wisdom save from Marbor.
Oh, please roll. Please. Ah,
24 versus 13.
So at this point, you feel, yeah, that makes kind of sense. Maybe you should hide.
Should I roll a stealth then?
Yep.
I'm at disadvantage as well because of heavy armor.
Yep. You kind of stop and stumble a bit, your armor clanking. And you realize the owlbears, or at least one of them, are looking in your direction. And lets out a very loud growl. And keep staying while the other three are moving on, but they are looking in your direction as well. But it keeps growling. And then slowly backs away and follows the others. Bye-bye. Yeah, says that. Exactly. So you just avoided an encounter with 4 owlbears, so
Awesome.
good job.
Belagar,
I
maybe you should count 60 feet forwards and 1 step to the left. No offense, Cassie. He seems to have.
Well taken.
Belagar will attempt to do the same. Follow the instructions from the voices. So
Can you
1D.
count, or do you want a measuring device?
Belagar's going to count. He's used to walking.
Yeah, you are pretty good at telling the distance normally. It might be difficult in this fog, but
Yeah, well, foggy mountains too. So is it a D100?
nope, survival check.
All right.
But you can roll a D100 as well.
Survival.
You have. Do you have.
Well, it's a
Who didn't sacrifice a lamb to the D&D gods tonight?
You do have a point of inspiration still that you can use if you feel like it.
I'm going to cast down survival. Oh, that's a bit better.
15 is better, definitely. You are pretty sure that you are counting correctly, and you start moving forward 60 feet ahead and then 1 step to the left. 60 feet ahead and then 1 step to the left. And you realize after a while that you are just dodging these very large trees. Doing so. And suddenly, after the 3rd time, you reach into this sudden opening in the woods. Just a small one. And you realize the time has passed quite a bit as it's slowly but surely getting dark. And you look up, realizing you've been here for a long time. And suddenly you can see the full moon slowly rise. And in the distance, you start hearing loud howls. exactly like that.
You need
Oh,
to
that's-
if I'm going to prepare something else.
Bellager's going to turn to the rest of the group and say, the good news are we'll soon have enough light to see where we're going. The bad news is, so will the beast.
Lovely.
And then you start hearing another howl. It's very far away, but who knows for how long.
So Bellager's going to stow away his axe and shield and draw his crossbow and load it with a silver bolt.
All right. Rickon,
Yes, darling.
you feel slightly distraught with this full moon. However, let's make a con save. Or a wisdom save, actually.
It's wisdom with.
So, at the moment, you're kind of twitching a bit, but you sort of shake it off for the moment.
I'd say
Seeing
he's
as you
got
have
cold.
been,
He's practicing with the.
yeah,
He's starting to sweat though.
yeah.
And he vaguely glances at Cassie.
And you can sort of feel your hair in the neck rising slightly, but so far, no issues.
Yeah,
And you reach
it's
into this.
I was just wondering if Cassie is looking.
Yeah, as he's well, not full on looking, but out of the corner of his eye, just on Rickon, not paying any attention to the surroundings really. Wisdom is not his highest score, but just glancing over.
Normally he has like I think he has brown eyes.
Yeah, his eyes turn blue when he casts magic.
No, I'm talking about Rickon.
Okay.
See the picture that well. I'm gonna say Rickon normally has brown eyes with the black hair and all of that. It's kind of unusual to have. I don't know. Maybe green eyes. I haven't even thought about what colour his eyes are. Yeah, I'd say green eyes actually. But at the moment, his pupils have just there's no iris.
Yep.
His pupils have widened to the point where there's no iris. And then he'll look down, and he's still shaking, and there's sweat on his visible sweat on his like neck, and his hair's just at the back.
You suddenly hear 3 giggles. Someone's struggling. Everyone's struggling. Soon you might be struggling more. As you see 3 wisps appear at the end of this opening.
Goody.
3 different colors. 1 blue, 1 pink purplish, with a hint of
Oh,
red.
that's cool.
And 1 green. But they seem like hooded creatures almost. As if not entirely wisps, but something else. And they grow silent as you all hear this omnipresent voice speaking from somewhere. Let's see. So you hear a female voice speak. A relatively deep voice, but beautiful, sensual, wise. Welcome to the darkest woods, hidden in the mist so thick. But be wary with each tiny step, so you don't break a tiny stick. Follow the lights, and they shall lead to different outcomes run by fate. Make your choice and roll the dice and take a leap of faith. One of these will lead to me. Few riddles of me you must take and give. Prepare your answers and your riddle, and we'll see if you shall live. One leads to a vicious monster, hungry, greedy, and no control. Be swift in your step, and you might live, or you'll be eaten whole. Last one leads.
Anyone else just lost Fitz?
I think we lost
Yeah.
Fitz. We lost Fitz.
No.
He lost it. He has completely lost it this time.
It's hilarious to think though that he's still like monologuing now.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely.
He's definitely still monologuing and not realizing.
And when he comes back, we're like, sorry, you said something? Yeah, he noticed.
Hey, we got a Fitz back.
Oh, it's back! Way!
Hey!
We lost you. You froze.
God damn it. Where did you lose me?
Third
At the
one.
beginning.
Bad one. Bad one.
Third
The
one.
third one?
Yeah, third one.
Okay. Alright. Well. So the last one, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. The last one leads to death and despair. A gaze is all it needs. Make sure you don't take a tiny peek, or your guts shall feed the weeds. You could split up, or all in one, whatever shall you choose. Consider what you all have in your hearts, and what you're willing to lose. This journey is not for someone weak, so prepare your hearts and minds. Make your decision really quick, as werewolves stalk your hinds. Blue leads to death as its coldness embrace. Green leads to a monster hungering for your face. Red leads to me, as your wits is your only saving grace. Or stay behind and count your days.
Hmm. I could be doing without this today.
I mean, I know I'd pick the giant monster, but
Yeah, but we don't know what
we can
it
also.
is.
I mean, nothing like walking in on a terrace.
Yeah, perhaps we should go with the riddles.
Could also be the creature we're looking for.
Hey.
Yeah, what?
Much as I love the Fae, they can be a right pain in the arse.
Hey, don't talk about
You
my
don't
arse like
say.
that.
How about we just have a vote? Everyone who wants riddles, put your hand up.
Yeah, why not?
There we
Right,
go.
I guess we're outnumbered.
Yep.
Right, riddles it is.
I would
Let's
rather
follow the
punch
red
something in the
wisp.
face at this moment, but there we go.
I'm not entirely sure we'd have a choice with Fae. Riddles is what they do.
Hey, well, if we cannot solve the riddles, we can at least kill the riddle maker.
Good luck.
You could always try.
The day I'm having, it'd be more than try.
So you're following the red one then?
Mm-hmm. Looks that way.
All right. So the red one starts giggling, and the two others follows the red one as well. As the red one leads on this really tiny path where you have to almost squeeze in between the trees and the branches and the bushes. Several times you feel like you're getting scratched all over your faces and bodies from these twigs and branches everywhere. Thorn bushes. But eventually, you slowly come to this river. And you see stones making a half circle almost. And a pathway leading across the water made of rocks. Let's see. Let's move you to that map.
No.
And the wisps vanishes in a giggle. And then suddenly you hear a voice again, the same feminine voice. And you hear these loud, heavy steps as it's talking. Welcome to the crossing upon which I sit. I see you chose a game decided by wit. Now 10 riddles you must answer and everyone right. No failures accepted, or this will turn into a fight. Should you succeed, then you may pass by. Should you not, then you all will die. Any questions you might have before it's time? Ask them now, but you better do it in rhyme. And you see this massive sphinx. Gynosphinx, to be exact.
Well,
Walk towards you.
You don't like to make things by half, do you, Bits?
Hmm?
So you don't like to do things by half, do you?
Oh, there it is.
Well, I reckon you wanted something big. And
Maybe.
beautiful, might I add.
Bellago's going to look at the Sphinx and ask her, regarding the questions of the, can we reduce them down to 3?
if you please. Reckon that's to make it rap.
That'll be on 3 rhymes.
Please and please.
Hmm. To make it 3 will not do. I want 10 riddles. I hope it will make do.
You just round do we do.
Yep.
That's cheating.
I decide the rules. You are just being played for fools. Now make 10 riddles or ask a question or two. But then we need to begin. So hurry on too.
Carry on, big one. That's what I can say.
That's adorable. Well, if you're ready, then we shall begin.
One thing first. It's made of stone, isn't it?
Nope.
All right.
All you see is a body of a lion with angel wings and the face of a beautiful woman
Oh,
staring at you with intense, piercing blue eyes. Curious about your next answers. As she begins, round she is, yet flat as a board. Altar of the Lupine Lords. Jewel on black velvet, pearl in the sea. Unchanged but ever changing eternally. What am I?
the moon?
Is that your answer?
No.
Wait, no.
He said yes. You don't get to interrupt.
It's a reflection of the moon, is not?
It is not the reflection, but it is the moon itself.
Then I am glad I was not the one answering.
As
Fair
the
lady.
moon is the altar which the Lupine Lords pray. Very good. Very good. Next one.
At this point, Nessa will just sit down on the floor. She's no good in this point. Tell me if I need to hit something.
I exist in the past. I am made in the present. But the future will never taint me. What am I?
Memories.
Ooh, clever one. Quick with the answer. And the answer correct is. Next one. Riddle comes as this. If you rain when you see me, I might make it worse. If I turn you to stone, then your gaze is a curse. What am I?
Mirror?
Someone has wits about them. Yes,
Cassius just give a slight nod.
a reflection in a mirror can be both a blessing and a curse.
At this point, Nessa
So-
pulled out a sword and kind of started like just playing with it because like
Next one. I'm partially chimera, part manticore, part griffin. Though no one calls me monster, my cry makes all hearts stiffen. What am I?
Can you repeat that?
Of course. I am partially chimera, part manticore, part griffin. Though no one calls me monster, my cry makes all hearts stiffen. What am I?
A lion.
Yes, that is true. Only a lion's roar can stiffen the hearts of anything while not being a monster. Fifth riddle. 4 out of 30 are sharper than others, all dressed in white, flanking 8 of their brothers. What am I?
Teeth.
Teeth.
Huh?
Teeth.
Ooh. You guys are witty.
Cassius just gonna point to Ajira's snout. It's just sharp.
Yes, not bad, not bad. Now this one is one of my favorites. I run like a river, and sometimes I weep. Ink for a promise you always must keep. Trapped in my cage, I ebb and I flow. But if you set me free, I harden and slow. What am I?
Blood.
Yes, blood. Quite delicious. From the right creature. Seventh riddle. I am of oak, but I am not a tree. I dress myself up bright and colorfully. When unemployed, I still will have a boss. I cannot fight, nor am I good to toss. What am I?
One more time?
She kind of looks really close at you, Rickon, smiling widely. All right then. I am of oak, but I am not a tree. I dress myself up bright and colorfully. When unemployed, I still will have a boss. I cannot fight, nor am I good to toss. What am I?
And I just kind of look and go, don't know.
An acorn?
Yeah.
Is that your answer?
A
An acorn.
Nessa kind of goes, no, maybe not. Doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound right.
well, it's made of oak.
It is wrong. But you've been doing so good so far. I'll let you try again. However, if you fail, one of you have to step forward and become eaten in front of your friends.
Okay. So, remind me of the riddle?
I shall repeat it one more time.
I am of oak, but not a tree.
I am of oak, but I am not a tree.
Not a tree.
I dress myself up bright and colorfully. When unemployed, I still will have a boss. I cannot fight, nor am I good to toss.
I kind of look and go, is it this? And I kind of point to my shield and go, so I won't toss that. It's made of oak. Not quite bright and colourful, though.
Hole?
Good. At least the warrior gets it.
Don't know how.
Oh, it's a shield.
Well,
That's the only thing I can think of.
many shields are made of oak. They are decorated brightly and colorfully with ornaments, crests, jewelry. They cannot fight themselves, but they're very bad at being tossed.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to throw
And
that.
even though you're not using it, they will still have a boss, the one carrying it. So, I applaud you. You saved your friend's life, whoever it might be, to be sacrificed. Now, there won't be any second chances from now on. So let's go to riddle number 8. I am a suit, but not a card. I can be soft or very hard. You would not wear me to a ball, but you will thank me if you fall.
As I puts a hand up. Pick me.
Yes,
Armor.
good. Bravo. Now, I wonder if you can do this next one as well. My life was difficult at birth. Hard labor pulled me from the earth. I have been beaten, drowned, and burned. I grew so thin when I turned and turned. Yet when I'm grown and ever hence, I'll always come to your defense.
Can I roll a history check on that one? Because I'm pretty sure I know that one. Something
Sure.
that it might have been something that my father would have told me. Because I'm going to play this as I kind of like have to roll the history. Because I actually think that Nessa would know this. Could have rolled my sheet there. Actually, no. Can I just say it's the sword? Because yeah, Nessa's father would have told her.
Yeah, you can. You cheater, you. She smiles. Says, it's almost like you've heard these before.
That one, yeah.
Now,
Oh, okay, so
No
I've actually heard that one before.
now, no cheating. So here comes the last. This riddle will be a blast. I can be gentle, and I can be cruel. I'm often refreshing, and definitely cool. I speak in whispers, and sometimes I howl. I can be fair, just as I can be foul. But when I'm gone, people welcome me so. But when I'm strong, people wish I could go. What am I?
The river we have to cross?
No,
No.
it's not.
Water? It's water, right?
No.
Is it
it's
not water?
wind.
What is it?
Wind.
Wind? Huh.
Yeah. God, Nessa's surprising me in this one. Yeah, it's wind.
Wind is correct. But late, what's your answer? Your young boy answered first.
I was talking to them, I wasn't talking to you. We were musing. We can talk about our answers first, can we not?
It's not against
After
the
all, we are a
rules.
group.
I guess I've never mentioned any conditions of you talking in between each other. So,
And that's on you.
fine. Yes. Now, it's your turn. To give me a riddle I haven't heard before, with an answer that I can't answer. If I answer correctly, then you might fail. If I can't, you might win something extra. But even if I should answer it correctly, if you make it amusing enough for me, then I might let you pass by willfully. I'll give you 5 minutes to think. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take a drink. And she walks to the water and takes a drink. Well, I'll take a toilet break while you discuss among yourselves. So, good luck.
Let's Google riddles.
Well, I think that's what he's gonna do anyway. He'd be cheating if he did, though. I'm thinking of riddles I know just because I don't want to cheat.
I know only one riddle.
What's in my pocket?
What's in my pocket? Pocket bacon. What is so fragile? What is so fragile? Even a whisper would kill it.
Secret.
No, it's not a secret.
Time.
Trust?
Nope.
Silence.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I often hold your hand, but I have no hands with it wherewith to hold. I often sleep in summer, but I do my best when it grows cold. I often lose my mate, but I feel no sorrow, if truth be told.
no idea.
Clock.
Is that right?
Isn't it the clock?
Nope.
You guys coming up with any riddles? You're muted.
We're muted. What?
Not anymore.
Okay. Have we got one that we're gonna go with, or
Uh,
should we just nominate one person to come up with a riddle?
She kind of comes. She comes back to you and look at everyone.
I have one.
Ooh.
I've got one.
Oh.
I also have one.
So it seems like you all have riddles. Give me one riddle each,
That makes sense.
just for funsies. Let's start with the lady soldier.
Okay
Let's
then.
see what bright mind you have behind those armor plates.
Okay. Passed from father to son and shared between brothers. Its importance isn't questioned, though it is used by used more by others. What is it? Passed from father to son and shared between brothers. Its importance isn't questioned, though it is used more by others. What is it?
Can you repeat it one more time? Slower.
Okay. I had to write this down so I didn't forget it. Passed from father to son and shared between brothers. Its importance isn't questioned, though it is used more by others. What is it?
Hmm. But it's used more by others. Names.
Nope, because you don't pass your names.
You pass on your father's name or last name.
Surname, yeah. You said names. First answer. Wrong.
No, if I was that hard, you would have failed the teeth as well, as it's technically fangs I was referring to. But let's not be harsh now, should we?
Nope.
Surname is also a name. So I'll take that as a win. clever girl. Now, dwarf, what riddle do you have for me?
My roots will grow up while my crown will drop. What am I?
Can you repeat that? I didn't quite hear what you said.
My roots grow up and my crown will drop. What am I?
Your roots grow up and your crown
Will drop.
will drop. Hmm. Roots grow up. I don't know. Good riddle.
An icicle.
Ah, clever man.
Oh, a man
All
and a
right.
dog.
That is quite amusing. Not only because it's a tricky one, but it's also quite funny. Now, Mr. Wizard, would you care to share me your riddle?
It is quite longer than the dwarf's one. So I hope you enjoy.
I'm sure I will.
Hunter foul and lady fair leaves the traveler in cold care to sleep and dream and move down eternal stream. What is it?
Could you repeat it again?
Hunter foul and lady fair leaves the traveler in cold care to sleep and dream and move down eternal stream.
Hmm. Hunter foul, lady fair. Hmm. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking death.
Oh, it's winter.
Hmm. Good one. I like it. I will add it
Thank you.
to my collection.
Poor people get asked these riddles.
Changeling lady at the moment. What is your riddle?
Mm,
That's not a very good riddle.
no, but that's the wrong answer. The riddle was silence is golden.
What?
Very, very funny. But I actually want to hear a actual riddle.
At night it comes without complaint. At day it disappears.
At night it's calm.
At, at night it comes without invitation. At when day breaks, it disappears as easy.
Hmm. The moon?
Fear and doubt.
Fear and doubt.
As the night came, we began to fear and doubt ourselves here in the forest. That when day comes, it goes away.
Hmm. That's an interesting take. I like it. Simple, but complex. Good. Now, Mr. Old Cleric, would you be so kind to share me your divine riddle of yours? I'm sure you have plenty.
I do, and my riddle is this. I often hold your hand, but I have no hands wherewith to hold. I often sleep in summer, but I do my best when it grows cold. I often lose my mate, but I feel no sorrow if truth be told.
Could you repeat it one more time?
I often hold your hand, but I have no hands wherewith to hold. I often sleep in summer, but I do my best when it grows cold. I often lose my mate, but I feel no sorrow, if truth be told.
Hmm. Hmm. Is it secrets?
No, my dear, no.
I know it. I know it. Puts his hands up.
Indulge me.
Gloves.
My dear boy, there is a brain cell in that brain of yours.
You can see her face kind of sour at that remark.
Although to be fair, you don't wear gloves. You're a sphinx.
Yes, I don't wear gloves. And do you mind, I do have plenty of brain cells.
No, that wasn't directed. You are very magnificent. Rather,
He was calling me dumb.
intellectual. It was more directed at the what's the expression, headstrong and cocksure, but not a lot upstairs.
I am very well studied.
I'd like to see it someday.
Says the crazy ass dragonborn.
Just because he's crazy doesn't mean he doesn't spend his time in libraries.
I bet my intelligence is higher than yours.
Maybe he'll remember your intelligence at some point. I'd like you to prove your intelligence to me now with your riddle.
Who?
You.
Oh.
You're the only one left.
I let this one in. Amaterasu.
Far away.
I can be long, or I can be short. I can be black, white, brown, purple, or gold. You can find me the world over, and I'm often the main feature. What am I?
Could you repeat that one?
I can be long, or I can be short. I can be black, white, brown, purple, or gold. You can find me the world over, and I am often the main feature.
There's so many possible answers. Which one is the one you seek, I wonder? Is it a flag?
No. Although that's a very good guess.
Then enlighten me with your answer.
It's rice.
Oh,
Rice?
Yes.
I had never heard of golden rice.
There is golden rice.
Curious.
But
Oh,
I heard that artificers were making that.
well, that is interesting.
To be fair, I added the golden. I heard a bit, but I wasn't sure.
Clever.
I know
Clever.
the ladies in Amateur like to add spices and make the rice yellow and golden.
Okay. Well, riddles I have asked and riddles I've been taken. Answers has been given and answers has been taken. I shall let you pass. Especially since you all are in a hurry. Especially with what's chasing you and all. But you'll be safe here for the moment, as they don't like to travel close to me. So if you have any questions before you leave, so ask them now, if you will.
Please don't take us for fools, but could you show us the way to the magic school?
Hmm.
I asked it right, but everything.
I will not give you a guide or a tour, but a friend of mine, I'm sure will take you to that school. Purest white, with 4 legs. A lonely creature that never begs. Walks through this forest, a guardian holy and pure. I'm sure that you will find her.
Is she a unicorn?
Yet again, you are full of wit and intelligence, I see. Yes, she's a unicorn. However, the one of its kind, as far as I know.
So when she calls me smart and stuff, I look at Malbarga.
Any other questions you might have? I have spells and knowledge. If there's something you need. Otherwise, my attention from you will be freed.
Well, Belagar is going to hold up his ancient crossbow and say, "What can you tell me about this?"
How much do you wish to know?
As much as possible. Although we might be short on time, so just tell me what kind of special weapon is it? And what's its magical function?
I can tell you the full story, or I could make it short. It is up to you.
Make it shorter than a halfling.
So,
Take me dwarf.
let's see. Need to just get the info. She will cast Identify on the crossbow. An ancient crossbow belonged to the Aether dwarves. A heavy one. It has an increased capacity of hitting your target and dealing extra damage as it's of very high quality. But it is also magical. It seems that you can relatively easily store magic into the crossbow. And whenever you do, the next arrow that leaves its string shall deal additional damage in form of pure force. Also, it has a scope that allows you to aim quite well if you stand still and all is well. But also once per day, you can pack a punch. It has a tendency to give you that critical strike that you need in an emergency. If you want the name of said crossbow, is called an Aether Dwarven Heavy Crossbow. Belonged to the Aether Dwarf clan. That existed roughly 1,000 years ago. Might have been less or more. But that's about it. That's all I can tell.
Aye, that'll do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, is there anyone else who wants something identified or any other questions?
Well, I have these two weapons, but I got a riddle from a friend that I haven't been able to figure out. Maybe you can.
Another riddle, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
I got this whisker, and I showed it, and I put it back in. And he said, to activate it, I need to solve a riddle. With this whisker, I give you my word. You will vanish from place faster than a bird. You may only go to a place you can see. If you're in a bind, this whisker might set you free. There's no promise unless you say the magic word, unless you want to stay.
I like this riddle. It is teasing, yet awfully simple. I'm pretty sure that if you think the answer is right in front of you, you see the answer is in the riddle itself.
Yeah, this was it. I need a magic word.
Well,
Not whisker, is it?
I already used whisker. Unless that fucking bastard, damn it, cat says the magic word is the magic word.
well,
Word? Or
the magic word might be the magic word. Who knows?
I'm gonna strangle
No.
that
My,
fucking...
my father always said the magic word was please. Just saying.
no. Try saying the magic word. Just that phrase.
Yeah, but if I use the phrase, and then I know it works, then I can't use it again. One-time use.
Ah,
That's the
yeah.
problem with checking.
Probably shouldn't then.
No.
Well, in this case, you now have a clue. If you want to use it at the emergency, please do.
Yeah.
Do you want me to look at those swords of yours?
Oh, yeah. Yes, please.
All right, then.
One katana and one dagger. Or is it the tanto?
Yeah, one is a tanto. Wonder. Yeah, where did I put that? Why can't I find? Maybe it's over here. Ah, yes, yes. Here we go. Oh, this is a curious collection of items indeed. Mm. The dagger, or tanto as it's called in Amaterasu, is a tanto of Solar Dragon's ire. Currently, it's slumbering, it seems. not quite awakened. But it should be possible to awaken its full power if you find the right way to do it. That, however, is something you need to figure out through bonding with this weapon. Eventually, it should reveal its clues to how to awaken it. However, what I can tell right now, it has absorbed the energy of a solar dragon, for sure. Mythical creature, very rare, rarely even existed. But when you roll a critical, or when you do a critical hit on a target you attack, anyone within those 5 feet around said creature should be bursted with some divine radiant damage. I believe it also glows brightly in short distance. Once you have attuned to it. And you can increase this bright glow for a small distance. If someone who is not used to the light sees it suddenly, they could become blinded for a while. It also seems as if this weapon, if attuned to you, should return to your hand should you throw it.
Sounds good.
Now, then we have the katana. The katana of the solar dragon's wrath. So obviously these are from Amaterasu and both bound by the solar dragon's breath. This one is also slumbering. I'm pretty sure it would be difficult to keep it awake when there's barely any solar dragons ever existing. So, but this one is different from your dagger. It seems like when you're getting a really good strike, it does the same with dealing this radiant damage around the creature you attacked initially. But it also seems as if you're attacking someone, even if they are armored, it's easier to hit them due to its incredible sharpness. It also glows.
Hearing that, it's probably gonna glow up. Oh, perfect.
It also glows up and has the same blinding effect to it. And I'm sure you can probably find more uses if you attune to this weapon a bit more.
No special rule for attunement?
Not that I can see, but weapons like these I'd recommend being careful. Who knows what binding contracts lies within. However, as far as I can see, it shouldn't be sentient, which should make it relatively safe. You're always welcome to try.
Yeah. When we get to safety.
Such a boring one. Safety. Weapon. Oh well. Anything else? Any questions? If you have any items.
I have a question for the DM.
Okay, ask.
How's the mood at the moment? Is it like right above us?
Yep.
Okay.
And you can still hear howling around.
Right. Am I good? Still?
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Still good.
You feel an urge, but you take a deep breath and you try to calm yourself down. You're sort of getting a hang of how to control this, but you need to make sure you don't let your guard down, of course.
Yeah. Is sitting down against the rock with his head.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's sitting down against the rock with his head kind of like laying back, his eyes closed as he's just breathing.
Now, I do have the capability to figure out any information, lore from an item, no matter what item it might be,
No.
as long as it's
Amethyst?
let's call it legendary or such.
No. The necklace. The necklace.
Necklace. I thought about the amethyst, not the necklace. Good. So I pull out the necklace, open the box in front of the Sphinx, and I put the amethyst next to it.
You want me to identify it, or do you want to know everything about this necklace?
Rickon?
Everything. We need to know everything about our enemies.
I don't recommend touching it.
It's fine. And you can see her eyes glow in a almost electrifying blue as she casts Legend Lore.
I need to stand up and put it back.
Didn't even need to go to the school. Boom.
Yep.
Home now, guys. Let's just stuff the school.
So let me just check the spell quickly. This necklace was crafted 1,687 years ago in an empire no longer existing, but it existed roughly where the Brunetian capital now resides. This empire rose and fell with this necklace. And this was crafted as a gift for the first queen as the king married her. The queen was gifted many powers and qualities that enabled her to take the rule literally from the king. She grew armies and they tore through basically the world. The king was, of course, happy with her being capable of such great feats. But the power grew to her head. And eventually the king started to fear her. And thus he tore this necklace from her neck, seeing as it seemed to be twisting her mind, making her do dark and evil deeds. As he touched it, he was cursed to a long and painful life filled with disease. He was called the Rotten One for the next millennia. Falling to this curse, he was forced to roam the world. But one thing he swore was to take revenge on his wife, who also still lived, or unlived, if you will, as she, at the moment when the necklace was torn from her neck, turned into a lich and created a calamity that cursed almost the entire world. Undead rose because of this necklace. And it took roughly 50 years before this plague got destroyed. As this cult, the Black Rose, was created by some divine intervention. The queen was smited down. But by that time, the necklace had become a possession in the Black Rose. The queen was thought to be dead. But I can see that she's still alive as I'm looking at this necklace. Alive and well. Plotting to raise the dead. No, she already has spread the plague that she once created. I can say that's about all the information I can see in regards to its lore. It has been used to many dark things, many dark deeds. If you touch it, however, it will consume your soul, bind it to this necklace, and you shall ever serve the necklace. And everyone you shall love and care for in your life will die, one way or another. Unless, of course, you're the king who is already cursed with eternal life in suffering.
I'm gonna close it as quick as I can and lock it and tie a rope around it.
Throw it off a cliff.
No, that doesn't work. There are shark people in the ocean.
Perhaps we should find someone who can maybe cast an arcane lock on it.
Oh yeah, good plan.
Arcane locks can be broken if you have the right magic for it.
Yeah,
So
but
can regular locks. At least the arcane lock buys us time.
yes, time. Good. I'm gonna wrap it in.
There's always a possibility to destroy the item. However, you would need to find. Well, you would need to find an item that does have the capability of destroying other magical items. There are occasionally magical places with extreme magical powers that might have the capabilities to destroying a magical item.
This forest?
No.
And where is
I
the?
believe there's a place below an underwater volcano deep beneath the ocean floor where there's a possible place to destroy it. I believe it belongs to the god of the dwarves.
Will that destroy the undead? Will it stop the undead?
It might. I also know that there's at least 2 more places that you can destroy a magical item of such power. I don't know exactly where, but there should be one far in the east, in a hidden temple in a desert, close to the jungle. Then there's one place more. However, it is behind enemy territory for you, I believe. In the Empire in the north, the capital resides beneath. Let's call it a volcano, just for simplicity. This volcano is older than time itself, almost. it's possible it can be broken there at its core. So you would have to go under it somehow.
So we'll literally have to go to Mount Doom and destroy the one necklace to rule them all.
Funny that you should say that. It's actually called Mount Doom. So,
Oh,
I'm feeling a significant lack of hobbits.
Oh,
I've got a
shit.
dwarf.
yeah, you have a
Yeah,
dwarf.
No,
And Noel
elves
can
are
turn
here.
into one. Noel can turn into a halfling. We have 2 half elves.
You have a dwarf that is a ranger, so technically you're covering both Gimli and Aragorn.
We have 2 half elves, which makes 1 elf. So
human form.
Yeah.
and
We have a wizard.
Yeah, that's true.
you're a wizard, so you have Gandalf. Well, technically you have Marbor, who is an old mon, so that's Gandalf probably.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, the Dragonborn could be the Gandalf of the group. Yeah.
yeah. Also, he's smoking enough pipe weed for 4 hobbits and a wizard, so.
And Nesseros covers Boromir and gets killed. Yay! Thanks.
And we
Noel
also
can turn
have,
into a hobbit.
I'm going to be compelled by the necklace to open it.
Marbor also got Gollum covered.
would that make Ajira the pony?
It's Bill
Shadow
the pony.
Max.
Well,
What does Oscar and the Badger cover?
Merry Pippin.
Merry The amount of shit they're gonna get into.
We are the Fellowship of the Necklace.
Well,
No one will know.
You're the fellowship of the bling.
Great, where we going?
Oh, it's getting late. Everybody's losing their mind.
Yep.
It was already gone.
Yeah, can't lose what you already have lost. So,
Looking at that, please
But yeah.
that's something this. Alright, that's all the information. Let's
Yep. Let's move.
The sun amethyst.
oh fuck's sake.
Identify, please.
They could gain much.
So this is a holy symbol. Belonged to the ancient tribes of Amaterasu before it became Amaterasu. But it has been passed down, I believe, through different clans. This one, however, seems to be boosting your connection with, well, in their case, it was the sun god. So I'm not sure it will help you if you're referring to any other god than that. But
Marbar can give it a go.
it might help. It might not be necessary to follow the same fate. But if you do, it might help. I feel like it has more power than you think. More power than I can see. In the right hands. But basically, just put it out there. It's basically +1 to
Also DC.
spell attacks, spell save DCs, and it also allows you to cast Cure Wounds once per day without spending a spell slot.
There you go, definitely one for Marbar.
Mhm.
You got a magic item, dude.
Attunement?
It doesn't require attunement. However, it requires
Cleric.
some sort of faith. In other words, cleric.
Fate is on the dark side. And dark.
The dark side have cookies, so it's fine.
Well, I think this one goes to you then, Morbor. And I put it in my bag. So I gave it to him.
Thank you.
Well, if there's no questions or anything else you're wondering, you have, with some leniency, managed to clear my little game. And thanks to that, you avoided the froggy moth and the bodax. So you're just fine. Now, enjoy the last of your trip. And if you pass this river, move straight for roughly 30 minutes, and you will find a meadow. Once you find this meadow, whistle gently, a gentle tune, 3 times. Then my friend shall find you. And she shall guide you to the school you seek. She's a guardian of these woods. So you should be safe. But be careful. The werewolves are on the hunt, and they are smelling blood. They are coming for you. All of you. Enjoy, and have a nice day. Or should I say evening?
Have a continued pleasant evening, and I have nothing else to add. I'm sorry, my lady. And Cassie's gonna follow Rickon and
Oscar.
Oscar. It's like, I don't recognize that token. What?
Doggy.
This is just gonna go, yep, and follow.
Yes,
Just-
Belly's also just gonna follow.
Yeah, Rickon kind of just stumbling off, and he's like, "Let's go, people!" And he's getting more and more tetchy and kind of shaking as he's stepping across the stepping stones.
So this is what you see, by the way. That's the Sphinx that has been bothering you for the last hour or so.
Nice.
So you start walking, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
And I catch Mage
Again.
Hand every time. So when it disappears, I cast a new one and do it 30 times so we can have 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, as soon as you walk for like 10 meters, the fog closes behind you again. And you're on your way. With only the full moon to guide you now. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
Oh.
And yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the chat enjoyed.
We're in danger.
You managed to solve the riddles and avoided some very nasty combats. And I was a bit kind and let you get a second chance with the riddles. Otherwise, you'd had a very rough fight with a giant sphinx that has been modified as well. So
Why would you modify it? Like, it needs fucking modifying.
yes, it does.
He modifies everything.
To
Not
make it
everything,
harder or
but
easier.
most. To make it more logical.
Okay.
Sphinxes are mythical creatures that should not be just a walk in the park to deal with, so to speak.
So you made it harder.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're supposed to one-shot them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is, if you all attack the Sphinx, you might have actually been able to deal with her in one round. Because they don't actually have that much hit points. They are pretty strong, but they don't have a lot of HP. Which is why I decided to try and modify it a little bit.
I mean, I know they have legendary actions and all of that, so fucking.
Yeah, but you'd still be able to deal with it in one round. If you all actually hit one attack each, you'd probably be dealing at least more than half of the hit points. So, yeah. But with that, we're going to end tonight's session. And we're going to do a quick round of favorite moments as it's getting late. So let's start with the one who looks the most tired. So, Oopski, who are you? Who are you playing? What was your favorite moment?
I'm Utsuki. I play Marba, the white dragonborn cleric who's slightly insane. I think my favourite moment is half the time we were trying to answer them riddles, everyone's turning to each other going, no, and then it turns out to be correct.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious to just see one answer out of nowhere and everyone's no. But it worked out mostly. So speaking of mostly working out, Belligar, who are you? Who are you playing? What was your favorite moment?
I'm Serdar. I play Belligar Durickson, the Dwarf Ranger. And I think my favorite moment was when Marlborough started wandering off into the forest. And we basically had to herd him back.
Yep. That was pretty on cue. So yeah, wandering out into the night is not actually pretty good at all.
Can't help it. He finds you
wandering in the night. Rickon, who are you? Who are you playing? What was your favorite moment?
Hello, I am Jason. I play Rickon. Adult stuff. Tired double. And what was my favourite moment? Oh, the freaking voice you put on for Oscar. Oh, that'd make it going. Just Oscar was hilarious. Yeah, I liked Oscar.
Yeah. The best doggo.
Best doggo he is, yeah.
Yes. Speaking of dogs,
Careful who you say next, careful who you say next.
Speaking of puppy eyes, Cassie, who are you playing? What's your favorite moment?
Segues, man. Ah. Well, my hi, I am Ardana of Joe, or are you there? Spiel thing. Yes, streamer, GM, etc. I'm playing Cassie, the currently very exasperated wizard, and well, Jason stole my favorite moment right before I had the chance to say it.
A wolf.
But I'm going to go with this second speak with animals animal.
Okay, let's do this.
And say Stoffel.
Yes, I will.
Because,
I'm
you know,
gonna do
Oscar
follow
was
a
taken.
raffle, start raffle.
Yeah.
So,
I surfer, dude. I don't know, man. Why are you
if you
asking
hover
me
your
these
cursor over
things?
the video, you should be able to see an overlay
I
where
believe-
you can select to be part of the raffle.
Just that part of that exchange where I think it was something Belgar said something to well, yeah, he asked Stoffel to like, can you smell something interesting? And Stoffel basically went, well, I can't smell food.
I can't smell food.
That bit, yes, that bit.
The blackmail.
Yeah.
Speaking of blackmailing, Noel, who are you playing? What was your favorite moment?
Amil or Fate of Night. I'm playing Noel, the rogue sorcerer. Favorite moment. The animals were amazing, but when Cassie and Nessa both discovered that they were surrounded by spirits and everything. And
Yeah.
Cassie just panics. And Nessa just, but they're there, and there. Two different reactions to the same.
Yeah. Speaking of not being faced by anything, Nessa, who are you playing? What was your favorite moment?
I am Gaz, not Gary, not Vitz at the moment, and I am playing Nessa Rose Willer, the human paladin. I hate going last because, like, literally every other part of my favourite moments has been taken. So the animals, the way they spoke, and dealing with the wisps. So I'm going to go and personally attack the DM and say this lining up skills work is amazing.
My what now?
You're lining up with your skill. You're lining up with your maps is just on point.
Okay, so I did actually last week. I noticed this and I changed it, but apparently I didn't.
You forgot the
So
name.
I wonder.
This is
Oh.
why you use gridless maps.
It is.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I did. I removed the grids. I uploaded the map without the grids after realizing I did a mistake of uploading one with the grids. Just to notice now that apparently grids want to be gridding anyway.
Are you sure you did upload the non-gridded one underneath that one?
Yeah.
Because if you right-click on that one, if you go into the map layer and right-click and send to back, it might show the one that you've actually uploaded after that.
I checked and it was not behind.
That's
So-
all then. Yeah, great work.
Yep. Thank you. Speaking of working off the grid, hello. I am Mitsuga, and I am the dungeon master of this game and owner of this stream, although not Gary, not Gas, not Vitz is streaming it for me at the moment. My favorite moment has been taken by everyone so far. But I think I'll say the different riddles everyone came up with. I think they were pretty good, and I really liked that you were fairly quick with your answers. Although I suspect some shenanigans on your monitors were taking place as well, as you were very quick with your answers. These quite hard riddles. So
Actually, 2 of them I had before. I answered 3. 2 of them I had
Yeah.
before.
A few I've had before. It's hard to come up with riddles you haven't had before if you're a DM and
Yeah.
and you want to find riddles for your games, and it's like you're playing with other DMs and they've already looked through all these riddles because they've thought about putting them
Probably.
in there.
Yep, probably that is true. But yeah, I really liked the riddles. They were great, and your answers were great. So good job, team.
Yeah, I don't know how Belagar got that manticore one. I was like, oh yeah, they've all got parts of a lion. It's just a lion. What was it? Manticore, Griffin, and Chimera, because they've all got lion parts.
Yeah, yep.
It's just a lion. Like, no, it's not. Oh, it is.
Oh, yes. That's what it is.
Yep. Well, with that done and said, we shall read out and end the stream. So, knock knock. Who's there? Not your mom. We shall see here. I don't have a lot of people on. We could go for some Jarls hype. Who doesn't like Jarls? If you don't, then you are a crazy maniac.
He's got a flan.
Offline.
He's got a flan.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Just
My
Literally just missed him.
fucking Jarls. Why don't you stay online for longer, Jarls?
Is Whiskey Monster one of yours?
Yeah, let's see. We have a Whiskey Monster. We have Honor-Bound Hussar, who's playing Signalis. Age Paradise playing Final Fantasy. Rowdy GRG playing Elder Scrolls Online, and I think it's Down for Real Family playing Valorant. DRF Family. So I'm thinking Whiskey Monster probably. Everyone's fine with that? Or if you have any other suggestions, let me know.
Yeah, just go for it. You're the stream host.
Yep. Whiskey Monster. Alright. So So we're gonna rate Whiskey Monster to give her some love and support as she's making some food and drinks and whatnot. So enjoy that. And we'll be back next Saturday with some more Calamity of Astralia. And hopefully they will reach school by then. Who knows? They might just die to werewolves as well. And we'll be back tomorrow with some Shattered Pieces that is DM'd by Gas, who is streaming for me as I'm streaming for him, I guess. I don't know. It's a stream
It works. It works somewhere.
Yeah. But I'm playing Barbarian in that. You can also find Jason in it. And Oopski. So, yeah, check that out.
It's gonna be fun.
Then, yeah.
We're gonna get to the first major town.
Yeah. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed. But until then, stay safe. Good night. And goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I get to push the buttons now, don't I? Streaming.